Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, it's Superman versus the Elite. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. Hey everybody, today is August the 2nd, and we're taking a look at the latest from DC Animated. It's Superman versus the Elite.
That's right, and here it is right here. And it came out in June 12th, thank you. It came out June 12th this year, and it's based off of the comic What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, and the American Way, which was written, both the screenplay for the movie and the comic was written by Joe Kelly. And it is a very wonderful topic because...
Yeah, it's an important topic.
Yes.
Capital punishment.
Yeah, it's Superman versus capital punishment is essentially what it is. Superman refuses to kill. He's totally against killing. He thinks that people should be put into prison and given the chance to reform, whereas the Elite are heroes who believe in capital punishment and believe that
if you commit a heinous crime,
right,
then you should be removed from society.
Right.
So it's a debate that we all have. Nick and I have it. We're on two opposite sides,
completely different sides, and we have
although
debates.
I think there is some understanding. We understand each other's opinion. It's just that whatever. Like Superman does the classic no man has the right to take a life. To judge or whatever. And then the other side is like, well, if you don't take them off the streets, then thousands, hundreds, millions might die. Whatever. Even like 5 would be whatever. It's just a lot of people can die. So so you see the validity of each point. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over.
No, it's fine. I'm glad you did because it let me reset my mind here. Because again, this just the topic alone, capital punishment, is it good or bad? It sets a lot of people off. So moving away from that, so that RJ and I don't have a huge argument right in front of you. The art is really well done. I really enjoy the art. It is kind of like. It kind of reminds me of the what was it, the Justice League of America, the cartoon that we used to watch, right? A walk that we used to watch as a kid.
It's just slightly stylized,
right.
And there is a low line count for most animation does that.
Right. And I think that the Superman main character, the voice of Superman from that old show to this one was the same. George Newborn, I think, is the one from the previous. So
I enjoy the new characters for the most part. The Elite, I enjoy them. I don't really like the Dragon Girl or whatever she is. She's kind of
creepy. What was her name?
She's got weird lines. Like I don't know what
her name is. Menagerie, and they don't get menagerie. Why can't I say it? Because I'm thinking of 3 different things.
Menagerie is a collection of a lot of little things, like little baubles and stuff. So I don't really understand.
Well, I'm going to explain it. What the movie didn't do that the comic did was explain all the backstories. Plus the fact that Menagerie has a twin sister, and they both kind of have this ability that it was essentially an alien cachet that kind of got absorbed into them, and these creatures are kind of becoming. Plus, you have the Hat, who has basically all it is a magic hat that he can do things with.
I like him, but his voice is really annoying.
Yeah,
he's just like this little wiener. That's weird. I don't know. I dig his aesthetic and I dig his power.
Right.
But they don't really make him likable in this. And that's, I guess, brings us to from the get-go, almost the get-go. I think the first maybe half an hour or so is kind of well balanced. Like you understand each point. Like you're not predisposed to not like them. But then you brought out the point that the Elite have always kind of dressed like villains.
Oh yeah,
classic villains. So we're already maybe subconsciously disposed to
like the old spaghetti westerns where the good guy wears the light colors and the bad guy wears the dark colors. Yeah, it's exactly what happens here. Superman's got the great blue and red outfit, and everyone knows that he's the hero, whereas the Elite, which is Manchester black,
gray and chains and black and
right.
It does have the Union Jack tattooed on his chest,
which I didn't really understand, but
yeah. Why isn't it just a shirt? It's kind of silly that it's full tattoo. He's walking around with a trench coaty thing with no shirt on. Anyway. But it only kind of gets worse from there, unfortunately. Both sides, there's some contradiction and some hypocrisy. I don't think it's intended. And then it really heavily is against the Elite. Like, it really condemns them. So it is fairly heavy-handed because they get, they spiral out of control and they want to kill Superman now or whatever. So that's a little ridiculous. So it definitely shows its colors trying to side with one side. But I'm not faulting them for that. I mean, they're free to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say that one of the issues that I have with comics that really want to make a point is they just kind of bring, a lot of times they do the safe route of bringing it up, but they don't actually resolve
They're
it.
trying to make a gray area black and white in this one.
Right,
though.
Right. That's exactly what they're trying to do, and that's the biggest problem of this. Whereas the one that sticks out in my head as far as, you know, they only touch upon it, but they never actually say what their political viewpoint is if you remember the Pride of Baghdad that I did before, you know, it touches on all these subjects, but it never delves into them. This one says, this is right, this is wrong, period.
It's less blatant, because you definitely have a feeling of what they want you to come away with.
Yeah.
Pride of Baghdad. But it's like people argue like, oh, well, news and documentaries, they should be unbiased. It's like they cannot be unbiased, because as soon as you point a camera, like if you use any kind of manipulation from a body, it is biased, because you're thinking, okay, well, that's more important to look at, or, you know, whatever. So your bias will come through no matter what. I mean, no news story that's reported, because you're deciding what information to give and how to give it and what you think is important. I mean, even if you're like, well, we're trying to be balanced, whatever, there's no such thing as no biasness.
Right.
It's just, you have a bias as soon as you filter it through a body, you know, a human, it is biased. So having said that, there's a way to get it a lot less, you know, obvious and heavy-handed and blunt than this. But
yeah, but it was a great movie.
Yeah, overall it was enjoyable. It's only an hour and like 10-15 minutes or something. It was pretty short.
And it was very fun, very action packed.
I think it should have been less money. It was like $20 or something for an hour. And
yeah.
That's kind of crappy.
But it did come out in June, and so
yeah, it's fairly new, I guess. We were trying to decide between this one and the Justice League Doom one. And,
right.
I was interested in this one just because of the different characters. That was purely it. And
I was interested because we do a lot of Batman stuff, and I wanted to do a Superman one. Essentially, is what it was.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I like the fact that you and I could get into heated discussion over a freaking anime.
Yeah, we really like that fact. No.
I do. I like the fact that it kind of triggers that in us. You know, that's good. That's good art when it does that.
Well, yeah, but it has nothing to do with this. It's just a root ethical question.
Yeah, you're right. But it does trigger it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I dug it. I thought the art was great. I thought the action sequences were awesome.
I still like the bad guys better. The bad guys better.
The
elite. I still like them better. But that's just because you guys know, if you've watched any of our, I don't like Superman very much.
No, you don't.
I just like it when his ass is kicked. And unfortunately, his ass isn't really kicked in this one, so that's sad. But
I don't know. He gets pretty beat up sometimes.
Anyway. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it. Go check it out. DC does a much better job than Marvel still at this point. I mean, Marvel's catching up.
Yeah.
They're doing much better, but...
the Marvel animes.
I can't wait to see what's next from both of them.
Yeah.
I just hope it's not Green Lantern. Sorry. So subscribe on YouTube or Duel Review channel and take a look at all our cool playlists. Game Lab's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Got one-shots, Faux Over, Filler, and Spotlight, which are really cool. Lots of information there.
Thank you.
And Moonflower. It's been a lot of fun. And more to come.
Yeah, please leave comments. We love comments. We eat them up. And check out all of our wares.
That's going to be your new thing. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, there's a sandwich right there. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You're getting wafts of the sandwich.
Don't you smell it? Don't you at home smell it? You can smell it. Prime rib. And check out our wares at spiderwolf.com. I guess that's it.
There, guys. See you tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Haha, you got a dud.
I did get a dud.
Next time on Duel Review, it's Blade 1, 2, and 3.
Manchester Black was reformed and saw the errors of his way. Menagerie was killed, and her sister's in an insane asylum. I don't know what happened to the hat, and Cold Case is reformed.
Okay. Nobody knows which side we're on. I'm okay if you want to say.
Yeah, okay.
Like I side with Superman, he sides with the Elite a little bit, kind of thing.
Yeah, let's just say that we argue and not tell each other, and not announce our side. Although I think it's kind of obvious if they know us at all.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I even have like Superman colors here, and you have Elite colors.
There you go. I'm gothy. All right.
Okay. I like that we can have heated discussions and then laugh about it.
Yeah, but we don't really have a choice. I don't know. It's your opinion, man. Opinions are opinions. It would be different if it was like you and me had to decide whether they died or not.
That would be different.
we would have to be like dun 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 dun. We'd have to fight with and I'd totally be Spock and you'd be Kirk.
Really?
Yeah.
I would be
not Kirk.
Why not?
You're more into girls and you're more like flashy and like I'm Spock. I'm more calculated and dark and totally like I'm Batman. You're Superman.
Okay. I don't think I'm like Superman at all, but okay.
All right, fine. You're Robin.
No, I'll be Superman.
Just saying, you're much more like Kirk. I mean, if someone had to cast us and they only had us to choose from, you would definitely be Kirk.
Okay.
And I would be Spock. Or Lieutenant Uhura.
What?
Because I look great in red.